for some great videos, okay? Today on Inside Automotive, I'm going to be showing you guys how to use a digital caliper. Okay, if you guys have never seen a digital caliper before, here it is. And there's a couple parts to know, just like on an outside micrometer. So, you have your electronic face, and there's an on button, a 0 button, and a millimeter and inch button. Up at the top there is a thimble, and that increases the resistance and the pressure that is on it. And then on the bottom is going to be for outside, just like an outside micrometer, it's going to measure the outside of items. On the top, it measures inside of items. And then on the very end, it's going to measure depth. And today I'm going to show you guys all the different ways to use a electronic caliper. Okay, to use a digital caliper, the first thing that you're going to do is you are going to turn it on. Then what you're going to do is it has a little dial on the bottom that you use with your thumb to move it back and forth. What you're going to do is you're going to push it all the way up front, put a little bit of pressure on it, and then you are going to zero it out. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to pull it back a little bit, and you're going to start measuring your items. And I will show you all the different ways to use it. Now, the first part on a digital caliper that I'm going to show you is how to use the outside micrometer part. So what you're going to first start off doing is every time you're going to push it all the way down, and you're going to zero it. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to bring it out just a little bit, and you're going to put it around your item, and then just put minimal pressure right onto it. And it is measuring at 41.44 millimeters, and if you switch that up, 1.632 inches. And I think that was pretty close on what we got on our micrometer reading earlier. So the next way that I'm going to show you how to measure is going to be using the outside measurement, which is on the top of the digital caliper. And also, this is also going to be a demonstration on how to measure a bolt. So when you measure a bolt, you don't measure the top of it. What you do is you take the outside micrometer and you just measure the thickness of it. And then to measure the length of it, you take the inside micrometer part and you put one end here, and then you eyeball it on the end, and whatever it comes closest to, you round up or down to that number, and get an even number for it. So, the first thing that I'm going to show you is undoing the outside part. And you always want to try to get it on the top two flaps here. They're machined metal. I'm going to switch that back to millimeters. And this is a 4 millimeter bolt by 50 millimeters. And it's showing 3.86, 3.85 when I was measuring it. And you just round that up to 4 millimeters. And that's your bolt diameter. And then to get the length of it, what you're going to do is you just keep on bringing it out. And you bring it up. And you guys can see that it's right up against on this side, and then on the other side it's pretty close just to the end of it. Right now it's reading 50.55 millimeters, and that's just really an eyeball guess. So what you do is you just round down, and that's 50 millimeters long. The next part I'm going to show you is how to use the depth meter. So a lot of people use these for different things. You use it in transmissions a lot to get stack heights, but I'll show you guys one of the easiest ways that I use it. So what you do is you take your caliper and you just run it out just a little bit, That way it's above the item. And then you start running it back in. So when you're doing a measurement like this, you want to do it on a flat surface or you're not going to get an accurate reading. So what I did right here is I took it down, and the top part of the digital caliper you put on the face of your item, and then you run this down until it touches the surface that it's on. Right now it's reading at 42.01 millimeters, and that's going to do 1.654 inches, which is pretty close to the micrometer reading we got earlier and the outside micrometer reading we also got earlier. Now when you're all done with your electronic caliper, all you're going to do is you're going to want to turn it off. And I made this mistake as I accidentally left it on, and it just killed the battery. On this model, the battery is concealed right under this plate right here. So all you do is you slide this out, and then the battery just pops out. This has been Inside Automotive on how to use an electronic caliper, and I hope I see you guys next time. Have fun.